Well, it is July 10th or 11th, I'm not sure which, but this is the typical time where we harvest garlic. Remember, if you recall, we plant it in the fall. I mulch it heavily. We fertilize it at the time of mulching, and then basically we ignore it until about first or second week of June, where we cut off all the scapes, and then now it's time for harvest. And so if you'll see all the little brown tips here, and you'll see that the bottom are definitely brown, right? This is brown. These are browning. And that is the time that you want to start pulling your garlic. If you wait any longer, what will happen is as you pull, this will break, and then you get to dig garlic. And nobody wants to do that. So we occasionally, that happens even now. You can see this is an early harvest for us this year because of weather. It's just the way it is. And we're probably a week behind where we should be. So, but basically it's very, very easy. You just go down to the bottom, you pull, voila, and you get garlic. And I do that 500 more times. See, like so. Oh, see? And then I put it there, and eventually we'll cut off the tips, and then we'll show you all about the really cool garlic dryer that the highly educated Hick guy made. Well, 3 hours later, I pulled all of these. There's over 500. I remember when I planted them last fall. And so you can see I just basically pulled them and just lined them up on one side just to make it easier for me. And you can see that there were a few weeds left in the row. But here's the cool thing about mulching is when you mulch with a lot of nice aged wood chips, I never ever weeded this, ever. Now that you see what it looks like at the end of the season, soon we'll make a prep little video, shows you how to get everything ready, how to plant things, and then how to mulch it. That'll come up in another video. We typically plant in late October, and we'll cover that then, when the whole farm will look very different. What we do at this step is a couple things. There are two different varieties. Some people will take all of this and all of this, and they'll make it so that they're at different levels. See how they're at, you know, so they're getting air. And they'll tie this together and just hang it. And that's perfectly acceptable. There's no problem doing that. You can certainly do that. When you do it like this, though, and you hang it, it takes about 3 weeks for the garlic to cure. And you're wondering, cure? What? I didn't know garlic needed to cure. Well, it does. And what that curing process does is it transfers the garlic juices, and it changes them and concentrates them into the actual clove. So the flavor is stronger and tastier. So if you're going to do the hanging method, remember to keep it at different levels, tie something around here, hang it. Obviously you're going to hang it down, and then you need to know where in the world you're going to hang it. So what we want to make sure we do, whether we're going to do the alternative method or the hanging method, you want it in a shaded area. What you don't want is to put this in your attic. Your attic is, 120 plus degrees, and it will cook. If you want roasted garlic, that's a fine way of curing it, but most of us don't want that. So we're drying these things, and you're hanging it, and you're putting it in a ventilated, shady area. What you want to do is you're like, well, where do I have a ventilated, shady area? You could put it in your garage, but if it's going to go everywhere. So I like garlic smell, but I don't know if I like everything to smell like garlic. So a detached garage, it would be great. A shed, a barn, anything like that has shade and it is ventilated. But we don't need all this for that to happen. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these and we're going to snip to about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches. That's really all you need. And when you do that, you're going to see liquid in here. We want that liquid to cure into the clove itself. So that's why we cut it at that 3 to 4 inches. You can at this point snip and get all that. I usually don't. I let it all dry, so it dries from the top up or bottom up and top down. So, but basically that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that through this whole section, come up with buckets of these, and then we're going to put it in an alternative method for curing your garlic. Well, I've been harvesting garlic and now we're going to dry it. As I mentioned, it needs to concentrate its juices, if you will. And so to do that, we need to get rid of some of the extra moisture that's in the garlic. And as I mentioned earlier, you can hang it and wait 3 weeks at a minimum, or you can use this handy dandy garlic dryer that my wonderful and charming hubby made. So this garlic dryer, and you can, I think there's another video on how he made it and all that kind of stuff, so go to there. But what it basically is a contraption that has basically a box fan from an auction or Menards or some big box. Anyway, some cheap old easy peasy type of box fan that's secured on there with different types of, or different, I don't know what you want to call it, shelves of this really cool hardware cloth boxes. And what will happen is these boxes will stack on each other, and this wonderful fan will push, gently push, doesn't need to be a ton, it just needs to move the air. We will gently push air through all layers. We have 5 boxes, 5 layers, and it goes all the way through it, even with the garlic on. Now, there's a couple different ways to do this. Some people will take their garlic. Remember, we cut this about 3 to 4 inches. They'll take their garlic and they'll literally plant it in like that. And they'll do that with all of their garlics. Just poke it down through there. Now, we've been growing garlic for, it's been like 20 years now. And what I found is it looks nice. It's not necessary. So, this is what you need to do. You take your garlic and you go like this. And you go like this. And you fill it up until there's still air that comes through it. I guess I could just show you here. Like so. And actually it can take about another equivalent of this, so that it looks more like this area here. So there's air that can get around it, but it's not tight. So what'll happen then, this will fill up, we'll get our next layer, I'll plop this thing on here, like so, kind of line it up so it's sort of equal, and just repeat the process. And what you'll see is, once we plug it in, sorry about the dirt. You can, I wish you could smell this. This smells fantastic. Just coming gently through, drying the garlic, and in 1 week versus 3 weeks, your garlic will be ready to gobble. Well, I got the first bucket out of the field, and boy, look at some of these. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely huge. Now I do have some little guys too. But basically, remember how we were going to fill in each layer? That's what we're going to do here. Oops, throwing things around. We want it flat. You know, you don't want to make it crazy, but you can make it a single layer throughout the entire box. So almost thinking this is good, because frankly we have a lot of garlic out there yet, and that is about how you're going to fill it up. See how it's one layer, and then what'll happen next is I'll grab the next box, stick that right on top. I like to try to make sure it's even before I start putting stuff in. It just makes it easier. And yeah, and then we just repeat until it's done. These are so heavy that, you know, when in 3 weeks time, this will be almost light as a feather. But if you're like, say you're at the farmer's market or something, and you buy some garlic, and I would ask, number one, has it been cured, and how long, and in what process? And if it hasn't been cured, that's okay, but they cannot sell by weight. Typically, garlic is sold by the weight. So once it's cured, we sell it by the pound. But if it's green still, it's disingenuous to sell it by weight because it's almost a third water. And you don't need that. You need to cure it anyway. So just keep that in mind as you're going and supporting your local farmer's market. Now we single layer it best we can. Woo! This is great. And then we find our handy dandy long extension cord and our handy dandy fan cord, and we plug them in. You can feel it coming through. You don't need to have it on super high, just enough to move the air. So that's what the Hicks are doing with their garlic. Go and dry your own.